Hey everybody, welcome here to the breakdown of my build or the walk around. I've had a ton of questions both on YouTube and on Instagram and Facebook regarding this rig, so I thought it would be a good idea to just show you everything that we've done with it so far. Let's start off here with the Rival 4x4 steel Gen 2 bumper. It's a solid bumper and it looks super aggressive, I think. We had to put the plate here for now, but we have some changes coming up. We're gonna add the winch, we're gonna add a couple of lights here. There are two fog light like holes here for fog lights, which is gonna be amazing. And of course, solid toe points. So if you're ever stuck, you can get out quite easily. And then moving to the hood, I did a very special sticker. This is actually from where my dad was raised in Trøndelag in Kongsmoen. And this place, I've been hiking the mountains up there since I was a kid, pretty much. So this is where I have my heart when it comes to outdoor exploration and where it all started. So I thought it was very fitting to make a map of that place. And so we move over to the lights here. I used to have more lights in the front and everything, but I decided to go with 6 Oz XR2 P7, I think they are called. I will link them down below so you get all the specifics. We also have some bright light work lights here with amber light for emergency flashing when you're stopping along the road and you need to be visible. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the front. We haven't done much, except also, of course, the skid plate underneath. It's 6mm solid aluminum, also Rival 4x4. So I'm pretty happy so far. Of course, we got the stock LED lights from Jeep and the stock grille. But I'm having some thoughts about maybe going for the 24 look, the upgraded look, but we'll see what happens in the future. So let's move over to the side and I'll show you everything that we got going on. So here we have the side of Skadi, our loved Jeep. A very nice profile, I would say, and it's a fitting place to start actually, because what we did in the front here, we added Skadi as a sticker on the front. That is the name. These are the actual Rubicon fonts actually that we found, so it looks really clean, I think. Added the decal with the same bronze color as on the wheels. And Skadi is a beautiful name for this Jeep. It's a Norse Jeep after all, and Skadi is the Norse god of hunting, wilderness, the mountains and winter. So I don't think there's a more fitting name for such a Jeep. Moving up to the top, we'll take it from top down. I think that's easiest because I'm very forgetful, so I'm gonna forget something anyway. So I think it's better we start from the top. Of course, the front runner rack, super important, super solid piece of equipment. We're super happy with it. We got a tent up on the top, the Wikiwood tent. We got the Wikiwood awning here on the side. We'll break down the camp for you a bit later to show you everything. We're gonna pop up the awning, pop up the tent and everything, so you'll have a pretty good look at what we got going on there. As I told you, we have the Oz lights in the front and we also have the Oz work lights going all the way around the car so we can be illuminated if it's dark and we get stuck or if we need some extra lights. Moving over here, we have the wind deflectors. I love this because it makes it much more quiet inside when you have the windows open. And it also looks pretty cool, I would say. Kind of like gives a bit of extra design element there. Moving over to these, the tanks from Overland Fuel. Super happy with those. Shout out to them, great company. Another great company is what these are mounted on, which is from the Overland Fit Out company out of the UK. Go give that guy a follow on Instagram. And then we move down, we have of course the wheel setup, which has been pretty good for us, to be honest. It's the Impact Wheels 882, which we have wrapped around Yokohama Geolandar X-AT in the size 295/70 R17, which makes it out to be like the diameter at 34 inches, which has been very good for us, considering that we haven't actually lifted the Jeep. And to be honest, there hasn't been any problems for us to not lift the Jeep. So far, we've been on some pretty crazy roads, some pretty crazy trails, I would say, in Greece, in Norway. And yeah, it's not a rock roller, you know, it's an Overlander. It still drives perfectly on the road, which, let's be honest, most of the time we're driving on asphalt. So that's been great for us, but of course we are looking for a lift kit. I mean, it's essential. So once we lift it up about, I think we're gonna go for a 2.5, 3-inch lift kit. We're gonna add some 35s on these bad boys. So it's gonna look pretty good. Super happy with the Yokohama tires though. They've been performing flawlessly. I have a specialized set for winter, which I've slitted, what do you call it, like sintered, like, you know, more on the rubber, and also put studs in them. So they work very well on the ice. Inside here, we have the Power Stop upgrade kit. So it's literally like brake pads and brake rotors, but it's been amazing, and I can definitely feel the difference, especially on long descents since it's vented discs. And also to support all this heavy ass gear that we got in here, I've added the Timbren SES in the back. It's Timbren's suspension enhancement system, I think it's called, and it's perfect for this kind of application when there is a lot of weight in the back. It's kind of helped to put it up. It's instead of airbags, literally. And then of course, one of my favorite parts on the side here is a rival 4x4 side skirt, I would call it. Or it's a rock slider rather than a side skirt. It's not the JDM car, it's a real truck, this one. So this is solid steel, super heavy duty. I'm very happy with it. We had the steps, because this is a Sahara after all. We had the steps, but we figured out that we wanted the safety of being able to go on the trails and hitting some rocks rather than having the comfort of the steps. You can also add steps to this. It comes with steps, but we decided not to add those steps. We like the extra height it gives us. But if you lift it to 3 inches, who knows, maybe we'll put the steps back on there. And then, of course, like any Jeeper does, he goes on Amazon and he finds himself some gear from Amazon. So I added this side steps here. They fold out so you can get up onto the roof and you know, adjust things in that. Also got a bottle opener, very important for that cold beverage, that Coca-Cola, guys, you know what I'm talking about. And then also we added the covers for the keyhole. That's a bit of you know, it's a kind of like just a look kind of a thing, but it made the keyholes black rather than silver. So, and then we have the max tracks, which you see on the bottom of the tires. It's pretty much what you use the max tracks for most of the time, is to level out the car to make sure it's level and flat for camping, so you have a good night's sleep in the top of the tent. And of course we use them when we get stuck, but most of the time it's for camping we use them. So now it's time to go around to the back to show you guys what we got going on there. So here we are at the back at Skadi. Again, we're gonna start from the top and work our way down. Again, the front runner roof rack with the tent on it. Also, which is great, it's Max Trax mounting points from front runners. It's been great. We added the original locking mechanism from Max Trax, which makes it very easy to take on and off, which is great because we literally take them off every time we camp to put it under the tires. Moving down, we got the camera here from Wolfbox, because we have so much gear inside, we need to see out the back. So instead of a normal mirror in the front, we have a screen, and this shows us what we got going on in the back. Again, the very beautiful tire and wheel setup here, Impact in Yokohama. I added these reinforcements for the hinge system on the back here, which is actually from Amazon. Been great. I don't see any difference from this to the Mopar one. If you guys think there is, let me know. It's actually been working very well for us, and I stand on this all the time when I get in and out of the tent. And we've been driving, I don't know how much, like 30,000 kilometers with the tire now. It's way heavier than the original one, and it's still there, so I guess that's great. And also we have the flags back here. These are all the countries we've been in with Skadi so far, and we hope to add many more. Also, of course, got my handle up here on the window, and more decals down here, which is the flag of Norway and Greece combined, because I'm Norwegian, of course, and Eleni, my fiance, she's Greek. So a big shout out to the company my dad works at, Idésystemer, for making all these decals you see around the car. They've been of great help to me, and thank you very much, Dad. I appreciate you. Here on the reinforcement of the hinge, there's a mounting point for an antenna, which has been great for us. We added the Midland antenna here. We have a Midland radio inside the car, so this is for communicating with other Overlanders when we're on trips. And also, I think it looks pretty cool, to be honest. Here we have the deciliter mounted on the side, the same kind of panel as on the other side from the Overland Fit Out company. The deciliter that I built myself. We're gonna get into more details on that later in the camping segment of this video. We got the Oracle lights, which I really love. They have a very nice and black appearance, but then once you turn them on, they turn red. So they're following all the regulations. Also have orange blink lights, which I know a lot of those lamps coming from the States use the braking light, I think, as the indicator. But here the indicator is actually orange, which is great. Got the stock bumper going on. Maybe we're gonna change that out very soon, who knows. And of course, on this side, we have the step from Front Runner, which is essentially what we need to get up on the back here. You just take one big step there, another step there, and then you can go to the top of the Jeep. Now the next step, I think, is for us to open up everything and show you guys how we do camping out of this Jeep. So here we have it, everybody, our camping setup. We had many different variations these years we've been doing this. We had 3 different tents, 2 different awnings, different chairs, different tables. But this right here is the perfect setup for us so far. It definitely serves our purpose, and it doesn't feel like we got too much. It doesn't feel like we have too little, and it's very easy to set up. So on the top, this is our 3rd tent from Wickywood. All our tents have been Wickywood. We've been very happy with all of them. But this one is definitely the best so far. It's the Kumaru Ease 135. It's quite spacious width-wise, 135 centimeters, so a bit narrower than a normal, let's say, a king-size bed or a queen-size bed. But it feels very spacious inside. It opens up like a normal hardshell tent, but then it comes out from the back as well. So you have kind of like more roominess inside. It feels very spacious. It comes standard with an inflatable mattress, which has been amazing actually. It's a 10 centimeter inflatable mattress. I know a lot of people buy this mattress for the tent, but this tent actually came with that mattress, so that's been great. We also have the Leaf 270-degree awning right here. It's amazing. It's a freestanding awning, but it also comes with these poles, which I do recommend. Like on a day like today, when we're out in the Norwegian mountains, you never know how windy it's gonna get. It's better to put the poles up and make sure that your awning is safe. But of course, if you have a day with, you know, it's gonna be 0 wind, it's perfect to just pop it up and leave it up like that. To secure the awning, we have the tie gear straps. These have been amazing. I 100% recommend it. I mean, I'm gonna try to pull on this now. Like you can see, I mean, I can barely move the awning. That's how strong they are. You drill them down into the ground. They go down about 30 centimeters, 25 to 30 centimeters. Has a very nice and easy way to tighten them. And it comes with a bungee cord, so it has a little bit of movement, which is very important. Moving on, we also have awning walls that we have a modular system from Wickywood that fits the Leaf 270-degree awning. We put up this wall today only because we had wind coming in from here, and we also have a road on that side, so we wanted some kind of privacy. And that's a beautiful thing with these awning walls. They come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different walls, and you can set them up how many you want, whichever you wish to put them up, pretty much. And then right here we have the chairs. We had many different variations of chairs. We had everything from sofa. We had more simple chairs, like lightweight hiking chairs. But then we got these ones from Frontrunner, and they take very little space inside the car. They're super easy to pop up, super comfortable, and with this fur from Trønderein, it's just been amazing. We also tried different tables. We had small hiking tables, which we kind of modified to have a, you know, solid work surface. We had a bigger, like a camping table that folds out like 100 different steps. And then we ended up on this from Wickywood. Wickywood bamboo table, 2 bamboo, I don't know. I'll put the link down below anyway. So all of this equipment right here, I'll put the link down below so you can go find it. The bamboo table, super easy to set up, super sturdy, very nice to use. So these chairs and this table right now is the perfect setup for us. We can put the chairs close together to have a cuddle time. We can keep them apart if we need some separation, so that's great. Then we have the Dometic water tank system. This is what keeps us hydrated and what allows us to wash the dishes and stuff. It's very simple. It's a Dometic tap with a Dometic tank, and it's been amazing. It's about 12 liters, I think, which is enough for 1 day of use. And when you're in a place like this, you have all the water you need anyway, so it's been pretty good. Then, of course, we have the kitchen. If you're curious about the kitchen, I've made a video separately about the kitchen. so there is no need for me to go into details on that, but have a look on this video. I'll pop the link right here in the card up there on this side or that side. I don't know how YouTube works, but I'm sure it's one of those sites. You'll see it. And then of course we have the diesel heater. Now the diesel heater has been amazing for us today. It was -6 today, -6 last night, and it's only October, so the diesel heater works very well. It's been running now for about, I would say 10, 11 hours actually. And yeah, it's been great. Also this diesel heater, I made it myself. I put it together. If you want to see that video of me making the diesel heater, or want to have a breakdown on the diesel heater build, like how we built it, let me know down below. Put the comment. If I get one comment that want to see that video, I'm gonna make it. Also, on the other side of the car, we have the shower tent from Wickywood. Pops out super easily. It's perfect for having a shower, changing your clothes if you're in a place like this where there's a road next to the camp. And also if you need to have a dump, that's the tent you can use for that. So it's really good. We're very happy with the setup, and that's our build. This is what we've been doing with the rig so far. This is the solutions we have made. If you have any questions about anything about the build, about the wheels, about the tires, about the brakes, anything, just pop a comment down below, ask your question, we'll get right back to it. I'll answer immediately to your questions. And yeah, please like the video if you like what you see here. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, more of this content, subscribe, and I promise I will post more often than 4 months. So have a great day, keep exploring, and adventure is out there. Go find it.